welcome back. Now we will go through the techniques for a simple business case process. The first technique is document analysis, where it's one of famous illustration technique which can be used to analyze existing documentation. Actually, document analysis as a technique have its unique advantage and disadvantage. Advantage number one, as a business analyst, you will not create a new content. Number two, the content is existing, so you will do least effort or less effort to gather information. Number three, it may be starting point, even if these documents are out of date. So what are the disadvantages? Number one, these documents may be out of date, so the information may be not updated. Number two, the author of these documents are not available. So if you would like to ask or elaborate about a specific topic, you can't reach the author of the documents. So this is the first technique to a simple business case in the business analysis. Number two is facilitate workshops, which was discussed during the previous process, where we said that facilitate workshop can be called a requirement workshop or scoping workshop, where as a business analyst you will act as a neutral, skilled facilitator to facilitate this discussion between key stakeholders. So facilitate workshops is a technique because it's a technique to use to facilitate between stakeholders by supporting interaction, collaboration, and improving communication between participants. Actually, this technique is a good choice when a team needs to elicit information and support the assemble of business case from key stakeholders. The next technique is the glossary, where it's a short list of definition and terms. So a glossary is used to reach common understanding about vocabulary. So it enhances communication between the participants of assembling business case. In fact, the glossary must be updated continuously, must be maintained continuously, and the owner of the glossary must return back to this document from time to time to modify or add new terms and terminologies. The next technique, and will be the last one, is product visioning. A product visioning and story mapping were discussed during the previous process, when we said that product visioning is a technique that product team can use to obtain a shared understanding amongst the stakeholder about high-level direction for its development. So product visioning may be represented in format of vision statement, which includes target market, target customers, product features, and the benefits from implementing the product. But what about story mapping? It's a sequence. So story mapping is a technique used to sequence user story based on its business value. In addition to that, based on the implementation sequence during the project lifecycle. The last section of this process is the output. So the output from a simple business case is the business case. Actually, it sometimes called economical feasibility study, where it illustrates the cost to benefit from the expected solution or the expected project. So we can assemble business case for the project or for the program or for the portfolio. Business case provide documented economical feasibility study establishing the validation of the benefits in terms of value to be delivered by portfolio component, program, or project. Business case is link between business goals and objectives which have been determined during the future state process, and the portfolio program or project management. So again, business case link between business goals and objectives and the project goals and objectives to ensure the implementation of business strategy. Also, we have another output which is very important, and it's called product scope or solution scope. At the first, I would like to define what does mean by scope. Scope in general is the work required for the specific project. But this is a definition of project scope. What about product scope? Product scope is defined as the feature and the functions that characterize the final product or the final solution. But I would like to add an important information in this process. A product scope or solution scope in this case will be high level. So you will write the main feature which will be decomposed into user story. Then user story will be divided into tasks. So there is two important informations in this process. Number one, product scope is a feature and the functions for the solution. Product scope will be a high level in this case. By the way, if you apply agile approach, so product will be defined and redefined during the project life cycle, and the product feature will be written inside the product backlog. But if you apply a predictive life cycle, so the product scope must be clear at the beginning of the project and documented on the scope baseline. Thank you so much for listening to me, and see you in the next process, which will be support a charter development. Thank you.